Tonight, researchers finding brand new ways to mitigate the effects of red tide. Want to help? Stay tuned.
Plus, an increase in manatee deaths on the Suncoast has experts concerned.
And a man caught on camera trying to break into a Sarasota home. How you can help catch him. Your Suncoast News starts now.
You're watching ABC7 News at 6.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Topping our news at this hour, researchers say there is no way to completely control red tide, but Mote Marine Lab is actively working on new ways to mitigate its effects.
Two new efforts need your help. ABC7's Taylor Torgano is in Holmes Beach with how you can get involved. Taylor?
Good evening, Jacqueline, Scott. You can see red tide has officially hit Holmes Beach too. So one way that I can help Mote Marine Laboratory in its research, opening this new app and reporting that I see this dead fish. Holmes Beach, the latest victim of red tide.
We came out here this morning, there were no fish floating, there was nothing on the beach, it was clean. We thought we'd get lucky, and then when we came to set up, there was fish everywhere.
When that happens, Mote is asking that you report it here on their app called Citizen Science Information Collaboration, or CSIC.
It's a way to help fill the gaps between the information that scientists collect and our beach conditions reporting system.
Each red dot shown on this map of the Suncoast represents someone at the beach experiencing respiratory irritation or dead fish. Mote says it comes in handy when you want to know the areas to avoid, but the real-time information CSIC provides also goes hand in hand with this.
This is HabScope. It's a NASA-funded cell phone microscope. It's this right here. It's a project that we are doing with NOAA and GCOOS, where we train citizen scientists, volunteers, to use this cell phone microscope.
Trained volunteers will take a sample of the water, then upload this 30-second video to the app that determines the concentration of red tide by its shape, size, and swimming pattern.
This concentration that this algorithm calculates automatically goes into a NOAA respiratory irritation model so that we can have real-time respiratory irritation results.
The green you see means it's Karenia brevis, or red tide, and the red means it's not. Mote says the project with 10 volunteers is working very well.
We're doing lab-scale tests, field research, and also a lot of monitoring to find out the full life cycle of Karenia brevis, to see where in that life cycle we can maybe step in to limit the amount of blooms or to mitigate the effects of those blooms.
Taylor Torgano reporting there. In other news, 3 manatees have been found dead in Sarasota County in the last week, likely victims of red tide. Mote Marine is helping FWC recover dead manatees from area waters. This one being brought to shore today in Nokomis. Another young manatee was found dead in Venice on yesterday, and then a third in Turtle Beach Saturday. Mote Marine is struggling to keep up with the calls that keep coming in as they assist FWC in recovering the animals.
We're just working as hard as we can to recover all of those animals and respond to all the calls from the public. We understand people are really concerned, and as we are.
Scientists are getting a lot of calls from the community thinking a manatee is in distress when it really is not. But they are asking the community to look out for manatees that appear comatose with fits of seizures and repeated barrel rolls.
Florida Fish and Wildlife trying to speed up the process of removing dead fish from our beaches. The FWC now waiving cleanup rules in 7 counties, including Sarasota, Manatee, and Charlotte County. Now people can remove fish from the area regardless of bag size, possession limits, or of season or area closures. A saltwater fishing license is also not required. On Friday, Governor Rick Scott ordered the FWC and Florida Department of Environmental Protection to take more action to address red tide in coastal communities.
And ABC7 is extensively covering the red tide bloom. You can log on to mysuncoast.com/redtide to see all of our coverage.
Well, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast. And Bob, also, I know the red tide report will come out tomorrow, correct?
Yes, it will. A midweek report comes out tomorrow, the full report on Friday from the FWC. If you look at some anecdotal reports coming out today on social media, it's getting a little better from south to north, really, but it's still around, and there aren't as many dead fish washing up in the beaches along the Sun Coast, according to a lot of reports coming in on social media, but they're still there. We had a pretty good east wind throughout the day today, keeping the harmful impacts, at least a lot of them, offshore, but the little west coast sea breeze has developed right near the coast, and that is going to cause some problems for folks with respiratory problems. You can see that east wind today as a result of that large area of high pressure off the Carolina coast. That high pressure ridge will eventually slip down to the south as a result of a frontal system approaching the southeast United States and a trough of low pressure. Right now, the heaviest rain by far in the inland counties in DeSoto County, also central Charlotte County getting some heavy rainfall. Had some rain near Northport earlier. That has since moved on. It looks like that large cluster of showers will miss Northport for the most part, and Port Charlotte. Punta Gorda has had their fair share of rainfall. That's starting to taper off a little bit. Still raining along I-75. Had some rain earlier in northwest Bradenton, also in Bradenton, Palmetto, stretching up toward northwest portions of Manatee County. And right now, all clear as far as the rain goes into Northport. Weather headlines read like this. Offshore winds Wednesday. Thursday is a transition day on Thursday. We will start to see a little bit more of a west wind start to develop. And with that west wind and southwest wind through the weekend, that could bring, again, a lot of problems to beachgoers along the coast as the waves will pick up, and also a few morning showers are anticipated. We'll have more on that coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The Sarasota Police Department hoping to identify a man caught on camera breaking into a home. Take a look at this surveillance video. You can see the suspect peeking into the glass doors and the windows of that home on Edmondson Court, and then trying to pull the doors open with his t-shirt over the knob. He then tries removing the window screen, eventually puts it back on, and then after about 5 minutes manages to pry open a door using a tabletop. Police have been trying to identify him since last month. The owners were notified by their alarm system. When they got home, they found a second-story door broken and 2 door handles broken off. If you have any details, you're being asked to contact Sarasota County Crime Stoppers.
Charlotte County Sheriff's deputies are looking for a man who stole from a Walmart store. Deputies say the man stole more than $75,000 worth of merchandise from the Walmart on Kings Highway last week. And this isn't the first time they say he's been caught doing it. He's described as Hispanic, about 5 feet 8 inches tall. He was seen driving a black 4-door Honda, possibly an Accord. Call Crime Stoppers if you have any information that can lead to an arrest.
An update now on the conditions of Myakka River Park in Venice. These are pictures of the park taken today. We told you yesterday that there is a code red issued for that park because of flooding concerns. According to park officials, they still don't know when it will reopen, but once the kayak launch is safe to launch out of, we'll update it on our website and app.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, an update on a $25 million project to improve Venice Middle School. We'll show you if it'll be ready by Monday.
And what law enforcement is reminding parents of as back-to-school traffic starts up next week.
Cancer doesn't run in my family. That really was the farthest thing from my mind. I've been an athlete my whole life, and I work in sports, so my mindset was just, let's fight. So our stories are all unique, so whatever you're going through, ask questions, get information, and be involved. Don't ignore the signs. Join the fight. I'm Tony Beasley, and I'm a stage 2 colorectal cancer survivor.
I heard about the Detoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Detoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Detoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
If you think it's hot outside, just wait until you see even hotter savings inside. Only at Rugs As Art Hot Summer Savings Sale event will you find the lowest prices on a vast selection of stunning rugs, furniture accents, and accessories. This special event only happens once a year, so hurry in before the best selections are gone. The Hot Summer Savings event ends soon, so don't miss out on the best prices ever. Rugs as Art, Sarasota's only area rug superstore.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
For the last year, Venice Middle School has been going through quite an upgrade, and they took advantage of these summer months to speed up that project. ABC7's Rebecca Fernandez joins us now live from the school with the latest on that project. Rebecca?
Jacqueline, well, when students come back to school next Monday, they might not recognize their campus. They'll be walking through brand new hallways and sitting in brand new classrooms. The almost $25 million project to update the middle school began last year and is only halfway through. But the improvements made this summer can be seen all throughout the school. Brand new lights, floors, desks, and even a complete new logo. A few buildings and areas are still under renovation, so certain parts of the campus will be safely blocked off for students throughout the school year. But the principal of Venice Middle School says these little inconveniences will all be worth it when students see their new state-of-the-art school.
They'll be able to see all those classrooms of tomorrow and the space for them to learn and really be collaborative with their peers. It really encourages that, and they'll be very excited to have that opportunity.
The next renovations will be made in the back buildings and inside the gym, and it's supposed to be completed by the summer of 2019. Live in Venice, Rebecca Fernandez, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Rebecca, thank you. Venice Elementary and Middle School will see an increase in police officers once the school year starts. Venice police officers serving as school resource officers have been training for the last few weeks to get ready. Starting Monday, the shared campus of Venice High and Venice Elementary School right next door will have 3 police officers full-time. All 3 completed the SRO advanced training this summer and learned how to improve security on the campuses, how to identify any threats, how to respond to an active shooter incident, and how to build stronger relationships between students and law enforcement.
The officers hired for Sarasota County School District's new police force will soon step into the classroom ready to serve and protect your children as they head back from summer break. 25 school resource officers have been hired by the Sarasota County School District, but only 14 of them, along with 2 sergeants, will be ready to step into the classroom come Monday. The district wants parents to rest assured knowing that these officers have an average of 23 years of law enforcement experience already under their belts. They have done everything from working on the counterterrorism task force in New York City to SWAT teams and undercover narcotics work. One officer worked patrol for a Sarasota Police Department for nearly 15 years.
The last 5 years I was at Brookside Middle School as the SRO. So I was fortunate enough to learn how the system worked, bring that experience to the school board too.
To be part of a groundbreaking department right on the bottom floor is amazing, but then your whole purpose to protect these kids, there's nothing better.
14 of the new school resource officers are from Florida. Another 11 are from up north or out west.
Well, you've probably gotten used to not driving through school zones for the last couple of months, but Sarasota police say that's about to change next week, and they'll be out in force making sure drivers are obeying those slower speed limits. Some other reminders Sarasota police want to pass along. Stop for school buses. Vehicles must stop for all school buses when the side stop sign is out and the red lights are flashing, even if the bus is on the opposite side of the street and there is no raised median. Slow down. Fines for speeding in a school zone and passing a school bus can range from $150 to $450.
Tonight, the chair of the Manatee County School Board is explaining why one of the top administrators with the school district is now under investigation. As we first told you about yesterday, the Deputy Superintendent of Business Services and Operations, Ron Serrana, has been placed on administrative leave. School Board Chair Scott Hope says the district has concerns regarding payments and the new enterprise resource planning software and implementation process. Hope says some of the payments may not have gone through the proper authorization, and they have been identifying some of those issues that need further exploration. Serrana is responsible for the program in more than a dozen other departments in that district.
All right, time to get a check on our weather. Bob, it was, kind of a scattered showers today, but there weren't too many of them, were there?
No, there have been. There's been a few showers around as expected, and then pretty similar conditions again tomorrow with an easterly wind helping out things, at least in the morning along the coastline with that red tide. Here's what's going on right now. KCK webcam showing fairly calm seas out there, too. That's another good factor, is that when you get an east wind, you don't get that strong surf, which can kick up that red tide into the air and then carry it right to the beaches, and things are looking pretty good for sunset tonight. As far as photos go, this one from the Lido, and you can see the anvil of the top of the thunderstorm that was moving through northwest Bradenton earlier this afternoon. And as far as the radar goes, not very active. Normally it's fairly lit up here across the peninsula, especially along the east coast. There's a few showers around, as I mentioned, and some thunderstorms earlier. That activity winding down a little bit. You can see that large area of rain moving through Charlotte Harbor earlier, and then right on into Northport, and then Arcadia getting some heavy rainfall currently. Not much going on into Manatee County at this point, and these showers are mainly east of I-75, pushing off to the northwest. Now, these may generate some other showers here in the next hour or so, so we'll keep a 20% chance for a few evening showers and thunderstorms over at least the next couple of hours. Heavy rain now in Arcadia near State Road 70 there and 17, and it looks as though that area is moving off to the north, and it is bringing some pretty heavy rainfall. We had a brief downpour into, as I said, western portions of Manatee County. Not everyone got it, but near Bradenton and Palmetto, nearly an inch fell in some isolated areas there. Also Parrish, about an inch of rainfall right there. Bayshore Gardens less, 2/10 of an inch, not as much. And the same can be held for Nokomis and northward along I-75 near the Oaks there. We had some rainfall just to the northwest of Northport along I-75. As far as the water vapor is concerned, we look for this to see how big and how long the storms will last. And with this dry air in place, we're still going to see a few storms tomorrow around. You can see this upper level low feature spinning off to the west-northwest. It's really starting to close off and actually fall apart as it makes its way through the Keys right now. It should not be a big influencing factor in enhancing storms tomorrow. The winds I mentioned have been out of the east all day long for the most part. A little west coast sea breeze has developed this afternoon, but not much of one, and that's the reason why we're not seeing a large area of showers and storms developing, on top of the fact we have that dry air in place. So we'll see a few evening showers possible, and then a few out into the Gulf of Mexico, and then a sunny day to start things off on Wednesday with showers developing along that west coast sea breeze and then pushing basically off to the east and northeast. A little different pattern than we're going to see on Thursday as a trough of low pressure moves in over the southeast United States, more of a west wind that pushes everything inland. There's always a chance for a few morning showers right along the immediate coastline, and that's what we'll see on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. Our fourth named storm of the season, Debbie, way out there in the open waters of the Atlantic, where we like to see them. This is not a true tropical system, but it is developed winds up to 40 miles an hour. It's moving to the north at 15. That's the Hurricane Center naming this Debbie. And it's only going to be around for about a day and a half as it moves over some very warm water in the North Atlantic. So we are not anticipating that to have any impact on any land areas at this time. 92 in Tallahassee, 87 in Miami. It's now 89 in Arcadia, but rain moving in there is cooling things down. Punta Gorda has cooled to 79, which is nice. And as far as the Gulf water temperature goes, that is at 87 degrees. 88, our current temperature is warm and muggy out there, even at this hour. High today was 91, and the average is at 90. Well, there's the front that's eventually going to push that high pressure ridge over the Carolinas down to our south, which will bring us a change in our wind, which will bring us those showers in the morning along the coast on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but not much of a chance. South winds turn to the southwest for boaters tomorrow at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be less than 2 feet and a light chop out there. The forecast then, a 30% chance for some scattered showers tomorrow, but most of the day should be okay. Sunshine there, a slight chance for a few morning showers on Thursday and Friday. And then again, inland storms the main focus in the afternoon and evening, Saturday and Sunday, with a west wind continuing throughout the weekend. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Firefighters all over Florida will be getting decontamination kits to help protect them from cancer. More than 400 fire departments will be getting these kits that contain detergents, scrub brushes, spray bottles, and garden hoses to be used by firefighters after they're done with a job. The goal is to help reduce a firefighter's exposure to cancer-causing particles and to keep most of that those cancer-causing toxins outside of the firehouse.
Things that are very harmful catch on fire. So the side effects of these particular elements become also part of the air that our first responders, our firefighters are breathing in, getting on their skins, touching their equipment.
According to State Fire Marshal Jimmy Petronis, cancer rates among firefighters are 15% higher than the general population. The majority of firefighters who died in the line of duty in 2016 passed away from cancer.
Stay with us.
When we come back, we'll show you the new way All Faiths Food Bank is hoping to get food out to those in need.
Tonight, new questions about that meeting in Trump Tower. The president's legal team expected to respond any day now. And fallout in the Paul Manafort trial after stunning testimony. World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.
Judy here, I think hospice was a tremendous source of support for her.
Absolutely. With Jennifer and Kimberly and Liza's constant contact with us, coming in, just knowing that there was someone with knowledge there to back us up, to answer our questions, it made a world of difference.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do-it-yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
The Players Center invites you to explore the family dynamic in the classic story of On Golden Pond. The Tony Award-winning play opening August 9th is funny, thoughtful, and brutally honest. Call the Players at 365-2494 or visit us online at theplayers.org. On Golden Pond is calling you.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now,
800-604-0398.
Or visit SoClean.com today.
It's been about a month, and I can honestly say I've seen the change in me. I went from being a depressed girl who didn't want help to this happy, caring girl who loves helping other people. I just really hope that people that went through what I went through get the help that they need, because their story is important and they are loved. Thank you so much for everything.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it.
I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs, stop the crimes.
Redefining beauty, brains, and what it really means to be queen. Now that's a job for a Girl Scout.
The All Face Food Bank has a new tool to fight hunger on the Suncoast. This new refrigerated truck will be used to pick up and deliver fresh and frozen foods to neighbors in need through Sarasota and DeSoto counties. They'll be making their first delivery on Thursday. ABC7 has teamed up with All Face Food Bank and the Food Bank of Manatee County to help those families in need. If you want to help, go to our website, mysuncoast.com/hunger.
Such a great cause.
It is. All right. Tonight, Bob?
A few isolated showers around. That's it. Look for temperatures dropping down into the mid-70s.
Okay. Thank you, sir. World News Tonight with David Muir is coming up next.
We'll see you again at 7 and 11. Have a good night.